Hi, my name is Nick Arandes in another episode of Healing Together, and I recently posted a video regarding the theme was how long do I have to put up with this versus forgiveness, right? And of course that raises another question, because what I was talking about is that trying to change something or wanting to change something is basically a form of opposition to what is, and as a result it creates conflict. And of course, then the question that is that means that I'm not supposed to change anything, that everything has to be as it is, I have to let the whole world fall on me or whatever. In reality, that's not the way it is. Actually, it's simpler than you think. What I'm talking about is that when we have an attitude of forgiveness, meaning an attitude of complete acceptance to what is, then the mind is in a more loving space, in a more peaceful space. From that space, if something needs to be done so that something can change in the outside, well, that will happen naturally, because it's not you the one making the decision. I'm not making the decision to change anything because I don't have that power, because there's nothing really happening. The only power that I have is in the mind, choosing between peace and conflict. And it's funny because I cannot choose between peace and conflict, because there's no such thing as peace and conflict, because peace is the only thing that there is. The denial of peace is what appears to shows up as the experience of conflict. So I'm not really choosing between two, I'm just simply surrendering to what is. In that surrendering, again, if I'm experiencing peace, whatever I feel moved to do will not be necessarily for the sake of changing anything, will be because it's the natural occurrence of what is taking place. I'm just simply a representation of that change in the mind. If on the other hand, I'm denying peace and I'm choosing conflict, which that's where all the belief system comes in. This should be here, shouldn't be, I want, I don't want, I desire, don't desire, whatever the case may be, the decisions, quotation marks, that I am making in the world, that again, I'm not the one making those decisions, this is what is taking place, are going to be a reflection of that state of mind. Therefore, whatever I do will be motivated by fear. And it doesn't matter if the circumstance changes or not, it's irrelevant, because fear is what is behind it. And of course, fear begets fear and more fear and more fear. So what I was trying to say in that video is that whenever I want things to be different, I'm in opposition to what is. But when I live in a place of complete acceptance, meaning in observation to what is, the mind is clear, the mind is at peace, and from that place of peace, I trust that whatever I have to do or whatever I end up doing will be the right thing, will be the most loving thing, will be the most kinder thing. But that's very important to understand, because if I'm not aware of that, again, I'm thinking that I have to allow the world to step on me or whatever. No, because even that could be an attitude of fear, misinterpreting spirituality. So again, I don't make decisions and you don't make decisions. I simply experience, or you'd say reveal, I don't know if this is the word, I give testimony of the thought system I'm identified with. If I'm identified with fear, well, my actions are going to reflect that. Reflection is the word I was looking for. If I'm identified with peace and love, then my actions are going to reflect that. And that's what we have to remember. The change is in the mind, but we're not trying to change anything. We're not in opposition to what is. We're in complete acceptance to what is, so then I can be at peace with what is. And that's the meaning of the peace that passes all understanding. Not the peace that takes place when things change. Not the peace that takes place or the happiness that takes place when things change. No. It's the peace that comes from the awareness of who I am. And who I am, love, peace, that's what I am. That's not something I have to seek. That's not something I have to look for. But in order for me to have the experience of the love and the peace that I am, I have to let go of everything I think I am, meaning of everything I am not. And that begins with all the meanings that I have around love, all the meanings that I have around fear. All the meanings that I have around peace, everything. I have to let go of all the belief system, because if I hold on to one single belief, one single belief, I am already interposing a veil, put it this way, to the love that I am. That's why in the end, the highest form of teaching, if you want to use that term, is silence. There's nothing to do, just simply be.